Hello everybody, Ryan Carpenter here with No BS Golf, presented to you by P45 Knuckle Down Golf. We're off and running on a Monday morning, and just wanted to hit on a couple quick things before we get off with the day. It's going to be a busy day, and we got some teaching going on today. We got some serious players who have decided to dive in and figure it out and go through the process, and so we're moving on with that for sure. And But came across something kind of cool. Little, Twitter's always the best because they got the most info, right? And that young fella, Chris Kim, had himself a good week, and it's interesting because, again, you look at these young players and they're coming up, and they're so much more capable and advanced, and everybody like, well, equipment right now. No, it ain't equipment. And, education, yeah, probably so for sure. But the other part is, especially the young ones, they haven't gotten to the point where, they basically walk around with no fear, and so it's pretty cool. But he, I guess when he was interviewed or whatever it was, let me see if I can get it here. He had said something to the effect, if I can't find the exact quote, but you know what? Well, something. Oh, what are you looking forward to about going back to school and seeing everybody for the first time? Because I got my driver's license this year, so that's going to be cool. So, he's young, man, 16. He's coming out of a tour event where for him it was just another day on the golf course, and that's an important thing to understand. It makes it easier to play the game, plain and simple. And so it's fun to see. Good week there, and I think it was I got so busy with some things yesterday I forgot to really pay much attention. I guess it was Taylor that pulled it off, right? Pendrith. Long time coming. We've been following that young man for a long time. He was due. He was coming up, and so congratulations to him. That's pretty sweet. I know that changes a lot of things for him. I assume that gets him into the PGA Championship if he wasn't already. And that's big. That's real big. Yeah, Penrith. Oh, Coles. Oh, and Coles. He's one of them young up and coming fellas that we've been watching for a while as well. Knapp finished good, and so no surprise we got Kim, Ra, and Benyon, and so I don't know. It's kind of a mixed bag for me. It doesn't feel like these tournaments are really what they're supposed to be. We all know why. It is what it is. We'll see how it all shakes out. Next week's kind of I guess. Did someone say? See, I don't know. They get forced to play, I guess, at this point. So, but I guess Scotty's not going to be at the Wells Fargo, and for good reason. I wouldn't want to be there prior to the PGA Championship either. I'd be honing in on really spending a lot of quality time focusing on that big one. So, Brooks wins. I guess that was number 4, 4 and the most on the live or whatever. And I didn't even see what we had going on in the DPWT. Oh, that was the Ortega win. That's right. Yeah, I did. Jeez, see? That seems like that was 10 years ago. All right. So anyways, where are we at this week? It's development week. It's time to do something about your game. What are you doing? I spoke a lot about quality practice versus quantity, and quality is basically defined by some very specific things that we want to be looking for. And I'll try to get this where is it? I had found not a quote, but a can't think this morning. Twitter feed, Twitter. Everything's about Twitter, right? And a real cool group that I know I've followed for a long time, and I would suggest it for sure. That put up 4 points about specific deliberate practice, I guess is what they call it. And let me put that in I'm going to put this in a full file instead of the pieces, so we get the whole thing. But set goals. Have focus and intensity, meaning quality, not just out there just to be out there. Feedback, for sure. So having some way to kind of give you information. What am I doing? Is it meaningful at all? Is it giving me anything? Am I? So look, here's the big thing, folks. Imagine this, right? We've all done it. Everybody put your hands up, because I know everybody's done this. Go to the range, go to the putting green, and you literally just hit balls. Or you literally just putt. You walk over there, you kind of look at it a little bit, whatever, and you tap, you walk, and you do it again. Then you walk and do it again. You walk, you do it again. You walk, you do it again. As much as we all believe we're actually doing something in that moment in time, it's not true. Because the problem is, it's kind of like if you think about game-like training type scenario for development. What's your goal, first of all? Okay, are you even thinking about the goal while you're going through the activity at all? Probably not. Second, are you focused so much to the point that little couple putts you're hitting are just as important as winning your club event, US, whatever you want to put in your old noggin up there. It's got to be just as important. It's not just a couple putts on the putting green. That's the point. And then, is there some kind of feedback? Is there some way to give you something back saying, yes, no, good, bad, whatever? And so it's hard to put into words what this really means, because, and this is why you need a good golf coach. Teaching is easy. Development is hard. Teaching is, hey, see that? Yeah, you're not doing it. They're doing it. That's why they're good. That's why they're bad. Done. It's as simple as that, to be honest. We get way too wordy with this crap. Anyways, but what's the best way to go about doing things? Whether it be development, drilling, practice. I don't use the word practice. Preparation. Preparation is what we're supposed to be doing. And so without those things in place, no BS, folks. I hate to say it, but you're honestly wasting time. And I get it. Some people are like, well, I'm getting exercise. Okay, fine. If you're out on the range specifically to get exercise, great. Swing a bunch, sweat a lot, have fun. But throughout the entire time in a range session, so when I go to a range session, I actually am trying to purposely make the ball do a lot of different things to see if I can accomplish it. And it doesn't always happen. But I'm gonna keep working at it until I can try to figure it out, and again, people have to understand there's a major difference between okay, I read something and now I understand, Hogan's 5, lessons, right? But then when you take the information that exists, so we can study the heck out of everything that exists under the sun. I'm still doing it, still today, because I just want to know. But in actual translation to motion itself, doesn't mean it's going to happen. In fact, very rarely does it. Not to the degree of which the person, player, learner, whoever was hoping it would be. And there's lots of reasons. And so what this all boils down to is this. Whether you're going to the putting green for 10 minutes, even pre-round, whether you're going to the range, how and what you're doing is so critical to actual success if you're trying to get better. Now, if you don't care, that's a whole different ballgame. If you're just like, I'm good enough. Drink beer, have fun with my boys. Yeah, it doesn't matter what you do. Just do what you do and enjoy it. As long as you're having fun, you're not the guy with the video that throws his driver and gets all ticked off and screams at the camera. Like, please stop that stuff. Please stop that. You don't work at it hard enough. You don't take lessons. You don't get coached through development processes. You're not looking to improve. You hope to improve. You'd love to just have it magically occur one day, but that's not going to happen, and you throwing a club just makes it worse. So if you're working towards better, get it, improve. I'm a 20 index. I'm going to be a 10, damn it, whatever. Then what you do is important. And so that's where the coaching comes into play. I design very specific goals with focus, with feedback for the players so that they can accomplish something and now be ready to move on, hopefully. That's the goal. Build. One thing, two thing, three, four, five. So that we get to a point where we're on to a different phase, which is then game-like training, proper preparation, and preparation for the play when it counts is what we want to get to, and then we're tweaking it at best. So I do a lot of specific things in that realm, not just for me, but more importantly, I designed it for my players. Putting. So putting's kind of a unique realm. I kind of go reverse almost a little bit in putting because there's so many things. Like, we can go to the nth degree of sand putting lab and measuring the hell out of all this stuff and perfect path and is it this arc, is it that arc, is it half arc, is it we can get lost in the data there for sure. But let's just say the stroke's not terrible, and let's just say the putter basically fits. Most of them don't. Setup's okay, not usually, but before we get to kind of the detailed layers of putting, I like to go about it a different way. There's some things you can do right out of the gates. It's my 3 putting drills to success. So there's a short, there's kind of a medium to long, and then there's a game. And so from short, medium, long to game, these 3 drills, if done correctly, and they all already have built into them goal, focus, feedback. Goal, it's already pre-built. There's no, okay, now I got to add this to it. No, it's just these 3 drills, and you do them for like 10 minutes each, 4 times a week, 5 times a week, 6, 10 times, whatever you do. And I mean, in 3 to 6 months, you're going to be putting in a completely different way. You won't even look at putts the same way anymore. And I always tell players, I'm like, okay, I haven't really seen it on the tour. I guess they may do it sometime. I don't know if they do, but Liv's got it to where they show, okay, players kind of aiming here and then ball kind of curvy this way to get to the hole if it's on the right speed. Well, the reason that ball don't always do that is because they're not taking into consideration the stroke variations, meaning length of stroke variations and acceleration variations, path and pattern variations. So they can't calculate that into their little equation that they put up there, but they just give you the basic idea. And then, the putter hits okay. Well, the vision right there, I tell my players, I'm like, we see 2 different things. When I get on a green, I see that. Like, I immediately see those 2, the straight line and the curvy line. If it's a slope, if it's just a straight putt, it's just 2 lines. But how did I get to the point where my eyes start to see that with very full clarity? Hours of doing boring ass drilling. I'll tell you that right now. There's no BS. I've spent more time on a putting green in my lifetime, well, for sure, than anything else. So, we'll get to that point. That's kind of more, there's technically 5, 6 levels. Doesn't matter. The 3 core drills will get us to the point where then we can start tackling on the details and figuring out that. So, anyways, if you're going to go do something about your game, first of all, find a coach that knows what they're doing, that can work you through this process the best way possible. It's critical and it's important. And if you really want it bad enough, commit and do it. Just decide. And then when you're spending your time, make it worthwhile because it's so important. So anyways, that's the spiel for today for the most part. Like always, I think I still. Oh, and last thing I want to say. So I was going to ask a question, and again, comments, feedback. Bring me questions. Tell me what you want to talk about. Whatever. But feedback. Same for me. Okay. Question of the day, I guess, is what it'll be. So, what is the same about Scotty Scheffler and Chris Kim? I know you're thinking, what? There ain't no similarity. No, they're actually very similar in a lot of ways, and it's pretty cool, to be honest. So that's the question of the day. What's the same about Chris and Scotty Scheffler? So I gotta get going. Got a busy day teaching and other things, and like always, I can't wait to get. So for now, smash, subscribe, share. Please do so down there. Comments, everything, all the activity that we can possibly get going on here is important, and I appreciate it a ton. Reach out anytime. Twitter at P45KDG. Email P45knuckledowngolf@gmail.com. Evaluation lessons. Evaluation lessons are so important because that's the start. That's the first piece. That's the blueprint. That's all the information you need. You want to know how to get better? You want to know how to go from I can't break 100 to shooting 72? I've done it with hundreds of players. And it can be done. I'm not saying it's easy because it ain't easy, but I know how to get you there. The key question is, do you want to know what it takes first, or whatever, 90 to 80, it doesn't matter, whatever your numbers are. The evaluation gives you that information, and it's free right now because you got to have that information in order to make a decision and decide for yourself, do I really want to achieve it? Do I want to earn it? Do I want to go for it? Do I want to get it? So I think you should because it's fun. And getting to the end of that road, can't begin to tell you how much fun that is. Go look up Reagan, the first recording with him in my YouTube section down there. Listen to him. He'll tell you as well. And I got some more people coming up hopefully soon. Everything gets delayed all the time. Anyways, for now, smash, subscribe, share. Please do. Please. Thank you. If you're in the Central Georgia area, come see me, please. I'm at the www.golfpub.com. I partnered with them. That's the facility that I'm using because they got the best environment possible that we can begin the development process in. And I'll teach you about that as well. It's all about coming and seeing me, folks. We got to talk. We got to get together. We got to figure this out. So for now, I'm going to sign out. Thank you, everybody. This is Ryan Carpenter, No BS Golf, presented by P45 Knuckle Down Golf. Take care.